Hey everyone, welcome back to my workbench.
Welcome back to my workbench. There's my microphone. So, been gone a while. Sorry about that. Day job's been quite busy. So, I have not been down here that much. Down to the workshop. So, where we last left off is I had my Zaurus taken apart. You can see it's put back together again. As I tried one rechargeable battery, type of rechargeable battery, a LIR 2016, and it did not work. So I did some investigating to even get the true. This is a ML 2016, which is a magnesium, or I forget what metal it is. It's a different different chemistry battery. So, and in putting my Zaurus back together, I ended up with 2 extra screws. So I'm trying to figure out where the heck those went, where they're supposed to go. So I'll take the Zaurus apart again. The nice thing is the backup battery is really only used for real-time clock. The rest is all your personal information is all stored on double EEPROM. So it just stays where it's at. I had a funny situation at work where I was able to use one of my old Palm Pilots to demonstrate something because I had the same resolution as something we're trying out. It's funny, after almost 20 years, we're still using 320 by 480 displays. I only have a few 320 by 480s. This is my TX, my Palm TX. I have a Palm Life Drive and a I think my Dell Axiom has a same size too. But those are only 3 that have that ratio in pixel density. And they all use, well, it's funny, the screen we're trying to emulate was a 3.5-inch screen. The TX actually has a 3.8 or 3.9 inch screen, so it's a little bit bigger. Anyways, now I know what I'm doing. It's funny, I was trying to figure out how to do a disassembly on the Zaurus, the SL6000. I guess whose video popped up? Mine. It's like, really? No one else has done this? It's crazy sometimes. Though it's not the first time it's happened. And it's like, I go to search for a solution to something, and it turns out I'm the only damn fool who has tried it. So, alright. So now, we're going to take apart the Zaurus again. I know those are just the pivots down. These 2 little what you hear rattling around are I think it pops down, if I remember correctly. How does this come apart? These are just the locks for the battery. So am I missing 2 screws somewhere? That's those. That's those. That's those. Did you go here or no? No, that's those. Oh. Oh, I found them. Here and here. That's what's missing. Alright. So, I need to access the battery. And let's see here. So that's what was missing. That's why it's a little floppy. Flip up this way. Let's see. Yeah. Flips up this way. I'm not even gonna bother taking. Oh, should I take the control carrier off? Probably. Let's take it off on this end. There we go. So now I know where the two screws went. There. And then this just uses two screws here. Those are longer screws. So in other news, on the Tiger Learning Computer, gentleman who I'm doing the work for, his learning computer, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, he is in contact with somebody who has a working mouse for it. So now I know it is a PS2 mouse. They just did a pin swap on the to the system. So now it's just going to be a matter of taking my. I have a mouse that's also a serial mouse, so it has like all the connections to it. Why is this so darn fuzzy? With all the connections on it, so I'll be able to go ahead and figure out how to make a working mouse out of it. Because the controller chip, see, I just did this really kind of jury-rigged arrangement here, so it's coming off. For some reason, I didn't like the chemistry of that battery, this little rechargeable. I'll put you aside. So I did two things. I got the proper chemistry battery. Don't mind me. Proper chemistry battery, and I purchased brand new nickel strips. Strip, which I need to chop down. And I'm just going to get these guys off. So just disconnected those old terminals. So now the positive is just going to need a, get you a little closer. So one nice thing about this swing arm here, I can get you pretty close to the action. There you go. So there's your positive strip, there's your negative. So the positive is the flatter side of the battery. This side is the positive. So the positive side goes down like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tack in a strip here and just have a bend back on it and do a very similar thing at the top. The only thing I want to figure out is how to insulate this properly. I think maybe I have a big enough hunk of so before I go there, I did purchase for myself, this is a piece, this is a spool of pure nickel. A very well sealed package of pure nickel. Why nickel? Because nickel takes the tin very well in lead. So this is just a, oh my goodness, I think it's like 10 meters of it. I need about 5 centimeters of it. So hopefully this thing doesn't come springing off, because they use nickel to make spring steel. Leaning back. Oh, it's not too bad at all. Alright. Are we going to be too wide? Are we going to be alright? I'll trim it down. Oh no, I shouldn't need to I'll trim it down very slightly on the ends. About the narrowest I could find. I wanted to get 3mm. I think this is 4mm. I'm just going to cut a little bit of this off. It's a non-crappy set. These are wrecked pretty bad too. I need to buy new tools one of these days. Maybe that was the better one. No, it's alright. So this is a nice piece of pure nickel. And I need to figure out how I'm going to insulate. Where's my shrink tubing? Where's my box of shrink tubing? Oh. Nope. Well, I changed my setup, so see if I can pause. Okay, so my shrink tubing is not going to be big enough, so I'm going to have to do it the old-fashioned way with just some Kapton tape. Alright. So that doesn't need to be horribly long. I might try soldering it on. See what happens. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. I bought 2 of these just in case. Doesn't need to stick out that far. So, itty bitty bit. A little bit of some flux. Let's see how well this one takes to solder. In the normal world, what you'll have is a welder, and I don't really have that much need to do this kind of repair. If I was doing a bunch of repairs like this, I would. Oh, look at that. It's not bad at all. Actually stuck pretty well. Let me see. Huh, I'll be. Okay, well it's stuck. It's good. So that's way too long. Let's see if we can chop that down. Nice little short tab there. Good. So before we go any further, I don't want to short out this guy accidentally. So I need a little tape on the end here. And I'll do a voltage check on this as well. See if it actually has a charge or not. The old cell I pulled out was still showing about 2, but I know nominally it's supposed to be a 3-volt. So let's take a look here. This one is sitting at 3. Very good. Why does it show -3? Hmm? Oh, because I got plugged in backwards. Really? That would do it. Common. Sure. See, this is what it should be. It should be showing just over 3 volts. Perfect. And then what we do is I your positive lead, negative lead. I don't want the negative to short to the... You don't want your positive and negative to short because you'll cause your battery to go from being a good battery cell to a good cell to a bad cell. So I'm just going to tack a little bit of love on here. This is just going to be a little Kapton tape. Fold you over the top like that. Like so. Still pretty far from everything, so I'm not too worried about zippity zaps. Alright. So now I'm just going to tack down this side. More solder. Oops. Oh, I got a bridge there. I need a microscope. Definitely have a bridge going on there. Should we get you close enough so you can actually see what I'm doing? Looking at right there. Okay. Okay, bridge is opened up. See if I can turn this slightly. There we go. That's what I wanted. Nothing's touching. Nothing's desoldered. I have a little electronics microscope here. Let me heat this up again. I want to move it over just slightly. There we go. That's what I wanted right there. Okay, see if there's any bridges. No. She's still on there pretty well. Good. Alright. So we're gonna do the... This actually works pretty well. Let's see if I can get how close we can get here. Tilt you over so you can see exactly what I'm working on. Alright, so I'm looking at this guy here now. Just need a strip. Along. Give it a nice little bend using my pair of pliers here. Just a little hard bend here. Another hard bend here. Let's see what the length looks like. Length is okay. A little tighter bend. So, can't quite see what I'm doing here, but I'm just doing a little bend here. Then real close. Do another bend here. that makes a little tiny feature like that. So I'm going to trim both ends slightly. It's a little longer than I want. Okay, and then this end I want to trim just a little bit. Just like that. It's going to come down just like that. So I'm going to do a very similar process where we're going to put just an itty bitty little bit of flux on there. And put a little bit of solder on there. Okay. And then similar. Just gonna tack this down. Good. Nice good mechanical connection there. I'm gonna flip this around so I can see it. And then this side needs to get soldered down. So more or less I made myself a new bracket for this battery. See how it looks under the scope. So, make sure do I have nothing touching there? Looks alright. So what we're going to do is check the voltage again without shorting this thing out. Lost good continuity in the back. Darn it. It doesn't matter. What I'll do is I'll just press it down electrically. Let me see something here. What I'll do is should still be making good continuity there. All I can do is maybe tack it on the solder in the corner there. There we go. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. Did I short the battery is the question. Nope. Still has voltage. Look at the scope real quick. Microscope. Let's see. Pretty sure that's separated, but I'm gonna work on this real fast. sure I do not have continuity between those, because that would be bad. I lost one solder joint over here from the heat. Sorry, you can't see well. I need to be able to see what I'm doing here. Well, let's see how that works. Back you up a little bit here. Get this out of the way. Push it a little closer. Check the voltage. Still got voltage. Alright, so I get to put this back together again. Humpty Dumpty. There's a better way to do this, but I don't feel like figuring it out. There we go. So again, on this side, we have 3 screws. One holds down the wireless card, which is this guy here. Hold down the screen carrier. Screen carrier's in place. Screen. Here's your screen. These 2 wires fish through here. Not wires, these are flat cables, multi-conductor flat cables. Like so. No. Oh, come on, little guy. There you go. This is the 5 wires for the resistive touchscreen, and this is the display. The power actually goes through. There's like metal tabs you saw me moving around. That's how the power gets through. I'm not worried about getting fingerprints here because the display is completely accessible to the outside world. Make sure this is in all the way. Kind of goes underneath. Kind of goes underneath here. And then you clip it down. It's supposed to go underneath and then clip it down. There we go. And this is one of those slidey ones. So you gotta make sure you get it seated all the way in. You get it seated all the way in, and then you push the little latching mechanism. It looks like it's in. Yeah, you can actually see there's a fiducial mark here. This mark here is to let the operator know when they originally built it that little white strain relief should be there. Alright, so that's that and that. And then we just need to reconnect the keyboard and front control panel, which is this flex cable here. And you're not going to be able to see what I'm doing here. This guy kind of slides all the way in, and then it clicks. That's that cable right there. And now this drops back in. Only thing you have to flex the case very slightly to get your headphone jack back through there. And now I know I missed 2 screws. Where did I point those out? Here they are. Don't want to miss those this time. Hopefully this fixes it. It's not like it doesn't work, it's just a darn real-time clock. It complains to you all the time that the replacement battery is very low. Recharge. There we go. That's what I missed last time. Good. Yeah. I hope that was supposed to happen. Okay. Now it's just a matter of, these are 2 battery latches. Those just drop in. So where does this go? Top first? Yeah, I guess it kind of like slides in there. There we go. And then we're almost done. I love magnetic tip screwdrivers, so handy. And when they don't use stainless steel screws. That old chestnut. Let's turn off my microscope. I'm going to run out of battery. Luckily, I can see well enough without my glasses on. In case you're wondering why I'm not wearing glasses right now, is I'm quite nearsighted, so this stuff is actually very sharp to me right now. I end up having to take my glasses off even with the bifocal. Sometimes I'm wearing a little stuff. These 2 go on the top. Which is a weird spot. You can see those go on the top. Also, my son's in robotics club and they're in 3rd place. But they got a big competition coming up in 2 weeks, so that should be fun. I'm happy he's really getting into robotics. It's a neat field to be in. I, for one, welcome my robotic overlords. Maybe they'll treat the world better. No screws left. Good sign. clean later. That's a cool screen, isn't it? 640 by 480. So it has a relatively modern pitch, or DPI, or whatever the terminology is now. It's always changing. Dots per inch, I think. No pun intended, it's quite sharp. Oh, so I also got all my parts in for the Intellivision controller, which is in the other room right now. Ironically, the box I bought is about the size of the entire Intellivision. Yeah. I want to do something like keep the keypad right. My God, how different those look technology-wise. Oh, that's 20 years separates these two. 19 years separates them. This is 2003. Yeah. Your backup battery's running low. That's the darn complaint I keep getting. Touchscreen works. Thinks it's 2003. Hour is 6:55. Year is 2023. Sounds so high tech, doesn't it? We're in Chicago, so that is good. All my stuff is here. Oddplay, I know that. My Palm keyboard. So I'm going to throw this on the charger, see if that helps. If not, I think I might just live with it because I've done this repair twice and it doesn't want to. Oh, you can see the camera. So next up is the Intellivision controller. So that and the Tiger Learning Computer, depending on what my mood is like, I will work on the Learning Computer's mouth again. Because now I have photos of the top and the bottom of the board, I can actually draw a schematic up. And the chip it's using is this ordinary PS2 mouse, 3-button mouse controller. So there's nothing like crazy about it. So it should just be a matter of figuring out what pins they swapped. Because even on the bottom of the mouse, it says for Tiger Learning Computer only. So I believe them because everything I've tried doesn't work. Serial, PS2, raw encoder. But I really think it's just going to be a matter of they moved a pin over or they had a weird clocking speed for it. So either way, I mean, if it's a different clock, then I can just get a little nerdy here. I can pump a different signal into the mouse chip controller and see what clock it's expecting, and then I can swap that with a different crystal, so a different crystal frequency. But that's a different day. Everyone, thanks for watching. I'm going to plug this in, charger up, and I'm going to start working on the layout for my new controller. I have a nice big joystick. I'm probably going to make it ambidextrous so you can do lefty-righty on it, so you can use right-handed or left-handed controls. And I have a couple keypad options, and I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do yet. I have this nice, well, let me grab it real quick. So for the television, we have a nice classic, it's a Japanese style joystick. Already had nice clicky buttons. Big old electronics enclosure, which ironically is bigger than the Intellivision itself. I had a keyboard kicking around, a different keyboard kicking around. Maybe it's in here. It's in here. Guitar style cables. Because I'll just have a DB9 sticking out of the box. So I have a couple options for keypads. And one of them is this style. Like so. Ironically has the exact same spacing, and so does this style here. This is actually very reminiscent of this one. I might get a 3x4 version of this. This is very inexpensive. Just for the fact that this key spacing is identical. So I can literally put the joystick I'm picturing is, doesn't matter which way I do it because I can rewire it. Putting the joystick like this, and then having the keypad with indentation, so you can actually use the inserts on here, or even reuse. I think I have one dead one somewhere, or make a piece so the this and this have identical spacing. You can see, bada bing. So if I get the 2x3 version, sorry, 3x4 version of this, it'll be identical to this guy with the same horrible domes. And of course the alternative would be this, but then you'd have to have the, I'm torn to either have this here, push this up, have the modern, more telephony keypad here, joystick, righty lefty buttons, and then have a cutout here for the insert, or if I should just do this version and have my CNC cut out a pocket for the insert. I haven't decided yet. Either will work. It just aesthetically, I kind of like the idea of a more responsive keypad, because these are pretty darn horrible. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll put this, I have black buttons here. Where's my black buttons? Have arcade buttons like that. Where's some other two buttons at? Oh, they're somewhere. Am I going crazy? Probably. Oh, they're somewhere around here. Alright, so you can have that. That. And then I'll cut out a pocket for what the buttons do here. Yeah, maybe I'll do that, because I don't like this style much. Having this nice little responsive buttons, I think, are worth having to glance over and say, okay, that's what that button does. So it's my system, who cares? Nice long throw digital stick. I'll have two buttons kind of ergonomically here, mirrored here. Electrically, they will be tied to the same points, so it doesn't matter if you're controlling right-handed, controlling left-handed, won't matter. And then the keypad, and then the pocket for the insert over here. So yeah, I think that'll work. Let's see, does that keep your, see, that keeps your palm off there. Yeah, it keeps your palm off there. So your palm will be sitting here. Control, if you do lefty, you do there. Probably use right-handed on this one. Keeps your palm off. Keep the keypad down. I'm talking to myself here. Keypad down. Have this up a bit. Yeah, that'll work. And then buttons. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, I think that'll work. Something like like that. So I'll need to take some measurements, and then I'll just have my my CNC just cut it all out, and that'll be fun. Everyone, thank you for watching, and next time, probably gonna try learning computer again, at least the mouse side of it, and then maybe I'll do some cutting in the background for you all. Alright, everyone, thank you for watching, and have a great day.